We are canning up turkey broth. So all I did was throw my frozen turkey carcass in my roaster with all my vegetable scraps and herbs that I had, covered it completely with water, and I let that go overnight, and this is what it looked like the next day at about the 24-hour mark. Once it looks done, I decided to strain out all the big pieces first, so it was just easier to pour into the jars. I filled my clean jars with hot water so it can adjust to the temperature because obviously this broth was boiling hot. I then started pouring this into my jars. I gave it a 1-inch headspace, and I did filter this out a bit just so the big pieces weren't in my final broth. I made sure the headspace was correct, and I got my white vinegar and wet a piece of paper towel, and I wiped those rims really good because obviously this broth is a little more on the oily and fatty side, so you want to make sure those rims are really clean. Next, I got my lids and I started applying those to the jar, and I got my bands, and I made sure to tighten these fingertip tight. This is going to prevent your lids from buckling or popping off during the pressure canning process. Next, we're going to place our jars in our pressure canner. Close your lid and put this up to a high heat. Since the jars are already hot and the water's hot, might as well just keep it at a high heat. We're then going to wait for a steady stream of steam, and it's going to look like this. Time it for 10 minutes. Once that 10-minute marker is up, add your weight on and wait for it to start jiggling like this. That's when you're going to start your timer. For pints, it's going to be 20 minutes. For quarts, it's going to be 25 minutes. And adjust for elevation. After that time is up, you're going to wait for that to come down to pressure and place on a kitchen towel undisturbed for 12 to 24 hours. After that mark is up, you can check your seals, make sure they seal, store in a cool, dark place, and happy canning.